What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First off, I want to say thank you to everyone who viewed my first two videos. The love and support that I'm getting from you guys is really amazing and it means the world to me. So thank you so much for continuing to watch. So in my last video, I explained how things were in middle school for me. They really weren't that good at all. I was constantly bullied. I was very, very depressed. I was even suicidal at one point. So if you'd like to see what my journey was in middle school, go back to my last video, which is my LGBTQ plus Christian journey part 2, and check that out for me. So in this video, I'm going to start off speaking about how things were in high school. I'm going to divide my high school years up into two different videos. In this first video, I'm going to speak about how things were actually in school. And in the next video, I'm going to explain how things were at church and at home. So in high school, I was part of the marching band. Now, I made up my mind in middle school when my mom and I would go to my sister's marching band competitions that I wanted to be in the marching band when I got into high school as well. So I joined the marching band. Now, as a percussionist in the marching band, you can either be in the pit, which means that you are playing like the marimba, the xylophone, the bass drum, things like that, or you can be on the drum line. Well, I wanted to be on the drum line. I felt like once again, as a percussionist, that was one of the most masculine things that I can do at the time. So I wanted to be on the drum line. Now, my percussion instructor Jay, he'd actually encouraged me to try out for fifth bass, which was the largest of the bass drums. And I'm pretty sure that he wanted me to do that because I was over 6 foot and about 180, 190. So he thought that I would probably be able to handle it. So in the auditions for the drum line, my sister and her friends, they were actually waiting outside of the band room. And I was really, really nervous, but I'd pretty much gotten the position from jump. So the marching band was an awesome experience. We had the best trips. We had an amazing experience. It was really, really awesome. I really loved being in marching band, and we weren't high steppers like most HBCUs are. We were actually a core style marching band. So we weren't doing the pop locking and dropping it and twerking and all that stuff. No, we weren't doing that. But yes, and also another thing about marching band is my sister had a group of friends that she was friends with that were about 2 years younger than her while in the marching band. So when I came along, I was actually welcomed into that group of friends with open arms, and it was just amazing. It was really, really amazing. And they really, really made me feel welcome. And going from being in middle school to having only maybe like two friends, to high school and having upperclassmen who actually knew who I was, and being able to say hi to them in the hallway and being able to talk to someone, it was just awesome. It was a total 180 from how it was in middle school. Also, what I failed to mention in my last video is that I was actually in chorus from fourth grade through seventh grade. I'm sorry, through eighth grade. But being that I was in the marching band and in the concert band in high school, I could no longer do chorus because it would just take up too much of my time. I wouldn't be able to do all three at the same time. However, I then realized that I could actually still sing in high school by joining the gospel choir. So I remember going to rehearsal, and I think I sat in the back, and I was really, really nervous because whenever I get into a new environment, I'm typically very quiet because I feel as though if I start to talk, then people will then realize that I'm gay, and then things will just go downhill from there. So I was really quiet, but I let my voice do my talking. So gospel choir was an amazing experience. And I say that simply because I really had not experienced worship like I had in gospel choir. Growing up in the church that I went to, we really didn't visit any other churches other than our own. We were actually at our church probably 3 times a week, so we really didn't have any time to visit any other churches. But in high school in gospel choir, we would have performances at other churches, so I was able to experience worship like none other. And that was when I really got so much closer to God and I developed a personal relationship with him. And it was amazing. And as I stated before, I was sitting in the back and initially. However, I decided that, you know what, I think I want to sit in the front because I wanted to be noticed and I wanted to be noticed for my voice. And I wanted our choir director, Kristen, to know that I could actually sing. So I know one day I decided I'm going to sit in the front and I'm going to let her hear my voice. And I did that, and I saw a look on her face like, oh, he can sing. All right. So it was amazing. And also, my sophomore year in gospel choir, three of my friends from marching band, they actually decided to join the gospel choir. So I even had even more people that I knew that were in the gospel choir. So it was amazing. We did two competitions in freshman year and sophomore year. We did two competitions once in each year. We had a local competition my freshman year. We placed second in that competition. There's a little bit of a controversy as to how that came about, but we won't get into that. In my sophomore year, we went to a national competition in Brooklyn, New York, and we came out in first place for that competition, which was amazing. It was really, really awesome. First time I went to New York, probably the best trip that I've ever taken during school. It was really, really awesome. Now, my junior year was the year that a new school was built. And so I was actually zoned for that new school. So I had to leave my old marching band behind. I had to leave gospel choir behind. And so my junior and senior year, I was at a new school. And I honestly really wasn't that happy because I was so acclimated to my old school. So I was still in the marching band for this new school. Thankfully they had a marching band my junior and senior year, and then also my senior year. I did audition to be the drum major. However, I did not get the part, and I think that might be because that's the year that I started growing my locks, and they really weren't looking that good. And I think that might have that might have factored into their decision not to pick me. But I was chosen to be band captain in my senior year, so that was great. So all in all, things got so much better in high school for me. I really, really enjoyed my time. I really, really enjoyed the people that I was around. I had this one great friend named Brianna. She was amazing to me. We actually had a falling out in my junior year, but uh, at the same time, right now we're so much better at this point, and so it's all good. So thank you guys for watching. In the next video, again, I'm going to speak about how things were in church and at home, and I hope you guys enjoy. Till next time.